1, 2, 3, and we're live, everybody. Welcome, everyone, to another episode of D's Get Degrees. I'm here today with your favorite co-hosts.
Yo.
Yo, what's up? It's Brock Pereira in the house. DJ Dropout.
Yo.
Island Jack.
It's Island Jack in the house.
Alright, so today, everyone, we're going to wrap up Porta Part 3. Since our last episode, it's closed.
Yeah, it's closed. Recently, the board at UMass
of Amherst,
the town of Amherst revoked their license in a unanimous vote 5-0. So Porta is now closed. It no longer has a liquor license. And on top of that, about 2 weeks ago, I guess, the assistant manager, Bobby, went into Porta, broke the TVs, and stole like $30,000 to $60,000 worth of items.
Oh, I was going to say, because there's no way they had $30,000 to $60,000 worth of money laying around.
Just items. Took him in a U-Haul, dipped, got threatened by one of the owners that if he didn't return it, he would be beat the shit out of whatever.
It's in the mafia. Mafia.
So then Bobby comes back to Porta with all the things in tow in a U-Haul by himself. And by the way, at this point, Porta's already been closed. The police know it's closed. So when they see a U-Haul parked in front of Porta, like taking shit out of the U-Haul, putting it back in, they're like, what the fuck? This man sees the fucking cop and dips and has not been seen since.
Skirt.
He's long gone. So I don't know what's good with that.
Well, that's how when you hire a convicted felon.
Yeah. So last episode, I'm just going to put this on the record. We were a little bit nicer because I guess the guests who were on kind of still had ties with them and didn't want to, risk.
They still owed them money.
Yeah, they still were owed money, so they didn't want to risk, jeopardizing that. But we were a little nicer, but no, Rich is a faggot. He waddles like a fucking fat little pig. Fuck him. Fuck it all.
Dude, he just wanted to have a restaurant
that's not true.
For the
he's
people.
Scum. He's scum. He and also he roasted me and Jack on the when the collegian or whatever.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, Brock's just a disgruntled employee." Dude, like I'm not that disgruntled. I left just because for the hell of it, because everyone else was leaving, and I'm pretty sure I'm fine. But anyways, Rich is back in New Jersey. He now has I'm not sure if he got arrested. I'm not going to say he did or didn't, but apparently there was a warrant out for his arrest. I don't know if that's embellished, but he's back in New Jersey being scum.
He's on some Kodak Black shit, dude. Running from the cops.
So there's Porta. Porta's closed. Sorry, people. I guess we'll head to the pub. Come see DJ Dropout. He's a savage DJ. Pub Thursdays.
Thursdays, Wednesdays. Only a couple days left. This is it, boys. Senior year. We're here, finally. How's everyone feeling?
I got accepted in Japan, so I'm going to Japan all next year, baby.
I think I'm turning Japanese. I really think so.
Yeah, I just don't even know. I'm just kind of sending it.
Yeah, it just seems like it's crazy because, remember, obviously, they say the same thing in high school, but, the first day of college, you go to orientation, they're like, it's going to fly by, you got, it's like, whatever, old people. I'm never going to be old. College forever, dude. Dude, my boy just bought me a 30 rack. We're getting twisted tonight. Yeah. And then it would be like, all right, now here we are being like, look at all these stupid freshmen. Getting twisted tonight still, dude.
Next thing we know, we're going to be fucking 30 and then 40.
Hopefully we'll be dead by then.
It's gonna be a rough couple decades.
Dude, the next Send season is gonna be wedding season when we're all getting blapped at each other's weddings. Just big bull.
Dude, weddings are sick. Obviously, now that I DJ weddings are I'm pumped for the boys' weddings.
So who's getting married first out of the boys?
Well, who has a long-time girlfriend?
No one.
Yeah. Because we're savages. Single forever, baby. Dude, we're just hitting our peaks now, boys. Why would we get fucking long-term relationships?
I'm guessing it's either a toss-up between Tim or Noah.
No, it's definitely Tim.
Tim or Noah? Come on.
Dude, Tim needs to be in a relationship. But anyway, for you that don't know Tim, Tim's a good guy. Other than that, what else would you say that so obviously people were getting our degrees. How many D's did anyone get in college?
I've yet to get a D.
Did you get any D's in college?
No, I didn't.
I didn't get any D's.
That's frat. I got a couple D's. Shout out. National Collegiate Scholar, though. You 4.0 one semester at UMass. Psych, not UMass. University of Arkansas. I'm going to finish with like a 2.7 this semester, boys. DJ Dropout was just on the D's get degree grind, so it's whatever.
You were sending it, huh?
I was definitely a full sender this semester, straight up.
Yeah, my grades got consistently better as I was going out throughout college. Like, my grades this year were way better than they were, like, freshman, sophomore year.
Yeah, I think that, well, obviously my best grades year-wise was junior year. That's just because I felt like putting in the work. But freshman year, obviously, most kids, it goes back to if you really want to, like, be a full-time sender and, like, steez out to the max, you gotta kind of come into college. Remember, kids, you come into college, your high school grades don't matter no more. So this is your if you were, like, barely got into the school you wanted to, like, start becoming a scholar and trying hard, because trying hard in college actually kind of matters, but it's going, like, it's kind of changing now. A lot of companies are now hiring people. Just get good enough grades to get you that internship, because that's all really they can give you a basis off of going in.
Just a big experience.
But yeah.
I mean, I guess it depends on what you do, but I think, like, good grades definitely are super important in college.
Yeah, I guess less for, like, something like engineers, like, grades don't matter, but for something like finance, they're looking for that 3.8, 3.9.
Well, because any job where they're gonna hire you and the stuff that you're learning and taking classes on will actually translate over, because engineering's hard and you're kind of not like...
Well, that's why they look more for, like, hands-on experience, past jobs.
They want to make sure that you can actually do it. Whereas, like, stuff in finance, most of the way, because numbers are always changing, so that's same with, like, you want, like, a math...
changing, though?
Dude.
Does 3 become 4 ever?
The point being that, like, if you're a mathematics major and you're getting bad grades, you're probably not going to get hired for any math jobs, because guess what? If you can't adding doesn't change, the numbers don't change. Whereas in finance, the numbers in the, like, the way the market is changes, but the way that you go about learning and researching stays the same.
I think it's more of a qualifier for actually seeing that you're able to sit in one place and do work, because I'm sure none of the stuff you're learning, especially being, like, a finance major, is, like, that relevant. Because I took a couple finance classes, and, like, I never took any of the preliminary classes. I just kind of, like, spoke to the professors and went straight for, like, the hardest classes, and they were just not that difficult. And a lot of the stuff I was learning, I was like, yeah, I would probably never really use this in a job, but I don't know, I'm just, like, blapping an A in this class, even though I did none of the prereqs. So I don't know. I think they look for, like, high GPAs, at least in, like, business and finance, because they want, like, they want to know that they want to know that, like, you're actually able to sit down and, like, do work and do, like, assignments without, like, I don't know.
Good grades just means you can grind, and that's what a lot of these companies are looking for. Even though, to be fair, this semester for my 500 level philosophy class, we had to read in those classes you read, like, long philosophy papers and have to write a report on them and give it to the class. So I went on Amazon, because philosophy people obviously are going to leave nice Amazon reviews about philosophy books, because they're going to go in depth. So I went on to Amazon, didn't read the paper, went to the Amazon review. There was, like, a 5-page review from someone being, this is the most incredible thing. I copied their whole ideas, changed around the words, gave the presentation to class, and my professor emailed me. He said, Jack, that was one of the best presentations I've ever seen given on this topic, and that's an A. And after that, I was like, guess what, guys? Doesn't matter. You don't need to try. College is the sham. And let that alone. 500 level philosophy class, boys and girls.
Oh, you know how mad the actual philosophy kids were. Definitely so pissed at some fucking Chad kid was just, like, in here, backwards hat. Like, yeah, like, whatever, dude. I'm boozing tonight.
Philosophy, dude. I got a philosophy for you. How many beers do you think I can chug right now, dude? Oh, college! And they're like, shit. Yeah, but that alone right there, it shows that, because if you put in the research into cheating, it's like, I'm really good at now cheating, because that beating the system.
I feel like that's not really even cheating.
It's just beating the system.
Yeah.
The man can't hold me down. The system can't hold me down. My professor's gonna hear this and gonna freaking evoke me from walking. It's like, no, anything said in this podcast may or may not be true, so we could be embellishing. That's just for legal. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I won a comedy skit thing with a stand-up that I came up with in the period before I gave it. So take that as you will.
Guess what? Talented people go far. Jack, you want to tell a little bit about obviously you don't do the whole routine. I mean, I guess you could, but you want to give the basis. It's a funny story because Jack was worried when he was telling it to me. I was like, that's funny. He was telling it to one of his other roommates who thought it was not going to be a good comedy routine. But Jack, give a little synopsis of what it was. I think the audience will get a kick out of it. Again, this is award-winning. Best.
I've never even heard this.
This is a comedy class.
All right, yeah.
The class voted best.
Yeah, I didn't tell you about this. No, but for my comedy class, one of the assignments was like actually do a stand-up at the end of the semester. So I think I had like a midterm or something the day before it, so I just had spent zero time or effort like thinking about what I was gonna do.
You're just a naturally funny guy.
And then I realized that like I had to like come up with something to like make a joke about. And that weekend before, we were like sitting on the couch, and I don't even know. I like kind of used the situation, like we were just chilling there, like being boys, and I was like, all right, like I can just make that into like a funny stand-up. So basically, the skit itself would like I won't go through the whole thing, but basically the joke was that I was like a big time like college bro, and I wanted to like hang out with some like Tatianas, and I was like, all right, I'll download Tinder. After Jack suggested it, because Jack's like, yeah, Tinder's the best, dude. All the Tatianas are busting down. So I download Tinder, and that I matched with this girl, Ambrosia. And it's like very obvious that this chick is a vampire. Like everyone in the class knew she was a vampire.
Oh, before you continue with the vampire, why is it important that she was a vampire? Because you had to use something from your class.
Oh, yeah. So I don't even know. There was a bunch of different like topics, and one of them that we talked about throughout the class, and there was one movie, like comedy movie we watched that was like about vampires. So that was one of the topics you could do like a stand-up about. So I was like, I could just relate it to vampires. But anyways, basically the joke is that
she was sucking him.
Yeah, she gave me
sucking him.
She gave me a BJ, and then I blasted her with whatever. But yeah, that was the joke.
He had garlic.
It doesn't even sound that funny, but like
I don't know.
Wait, were you like explicitly just saying you busted on this girl in class?
Well, like he was saying.
Well, yeah, but it was like a stand-up routine, like so obviously it wasn't that serious.
It was because he's saying he went to her house. It was creepy, and then
like I was standing in the middle of like a crucifix.
She was sucking him down,
like a pentagram or whatever made out of blood. And that was like only then that I realized that she was a vampire and not like a real girl. And I was like, oh shit, man. Like this vampire is about to suck my blood and kill me.
So it's a double dip.
No, I'm telling you, like it doesn't sound funny, but it was the class voted on it as the funniest.
It does sound funny. I'm laughing now thinking about it because he was talking about how when you eat.
I think it's funnier that I was just in class talking about getting a BJ from a vampire, and it was like okay.
And then he was like, you know how sometimes when you eat stuff and you nut, you know you can taste it. He was like, well, guess what? This girl was sucking me, so I had some garlic before, and then I started blasting right in her face, shooting that Tatiana. She's busting down all that garlic, and then I ran out of there. It's like, yeah, dude, that's funny, right? That's like that was that's a good.
I'm more bewildered that was just like a thing that was going on in class.
Yeah,
dude, some kid dropped a Columbine joke, and I was like, whoa!
Trench coat mafia.
After like it was like 3 days after the 20-year anniversary, I was like, whoa, buddy, dude.
Dude, 20 years to pass.
I didn't go first. I was like the third one to do the stand-up, and I was honestly kind of nervous because I was like, I don't know how like risque this is compared to everyone else's. And the first kid like cracks it off with like a fucking.
No, that's funny.
What's his name? The guy from Penn State, fucking
Sandusky.
Yeah, he dropped a Sandusky joke, and then his whole skit was how he got like diddled when he was getting like a hernia exam or something. And I was like, oh man, this is like a wild start. And then the black kid in our class was making a joke about how he like ended up randomly at like a KKK rally, and this other I don't even know. Like this other dude had a bunch of like jokes about how he's just like a normal white guy, but he's like got a big nose. So a lot of people will go up to him and be like, hey, are you Jewish, man? And he's like, so now I just know that people just think I have a big nose, but it's just like an offhanded way of saying it by just like asking me if I'm Jewish. And he's like, yeah, it was actually not funny, but yeah.
While we're on the topic, I have dabbled in some stand-up before. I'm really good at impressions, guys. You probably know. So I'm going to give my impression, everyone, of Steve Jobs. See, I just went silent because Steve Jobs is dead, and that's why that's funny. So that's a good one. Anyway, so yeah, that was college in a nutshell, right? Like, one day you're a freshman getting BJs and busting nut in vampires' faces, and then your senior is about to be working in the real world, right? Like, hey, boss, better hire me. Anything else? Before we get into talking about season 2, we have some segments that we're going to try and introduce in season 2. Let's just talk about this last season, what we liked about the podcast, maybe things that we didn't like, what some of your favorite episodes were.
I like the Brad's blacking out. I think that was probably my favorite just because it was a good blend of humor and serious, like, philosophical talk, I guess. And it was good advice for people listening. I'm always a big fan of episodes where we can kind of delve into giving advice on, how to become a better person, how to self-improve, without coming across as, too arrogant. And I think we found a good balance in that episode. My least favorite episode was the logic one.
Yeah.
Just because I felt like it was kind of fucking pointless. Not pointless, but we just talked about like transgender for like an hour, and like we had already talked about some of that stuff, and it was just kind of like rehashing it. But the Brad's Child is Blacking Out was good. I like the Red Pill one too, just because the Red Pill one is a very controversial topic.
No, downloads the audience.
Right. That's all right. But it's a controversial, but I think we found a good balance between, accepting like the idea of red pill and just being like, no, that's stupid.
And Jackson, anything you had your own single. Both of you had your own single episode where just dedicated to you guys talking about yourselves, and then you guys have come more and more. What did you like, Jackson? What did you not like?
I don't know. The first episode was pretty fun because, like, I don't know, it was serious, and we got to talk about backgrounds, like what we actually did in college, which was cool. And then I like the Red Pill episode too, just because I don't know, it kind of gave us a chance to talk about more like philosophical stuff and how we think about the world, which was interesting because I don't know, it's like interesting getting a platform where you can actually express things you want to say, because it's hard to do that stuff a lot of the times, especially in like classes and like when people misinterpret you, as opposed to like being on a podcast and getting to like really explain yourself and have a discussion about certain like things you have opinions on, which was cool. And then like obviously the Porta episodes were pretty fun just because like it was a funny story, and now they're screwed. So
now they're closed.
I guess we were right the whole time, but I mean, I guess it wasn't that hard to be right.
Porta was fun too, yeah, just because of the drama.
Well, I thought they eventually Porta got canceled though because they were giving out 16-year-old booze, right? That was like the number one breakdown.
And like I think finally the board was just like, dude, fuck this.
It's like, I can't believe they're really still doing this.
Canceled.
The crazy part about it, boys, is they didn't even last eight whole weeks.
I know.
The 7
I
weeks.
called that. Remember the first day I worked, I was like, they're not. I don't know if I told you in my room, so I was like, they're not gonna last long.
I just can't believe that this is a real restaurant and forever. Like, it's just gonna be a tale that they'll tell like through the history of UMass. Like, because whatever opens up there, they'll be like, some kids will be like, yo, dude, I heard there used to be a place, Porta or something.
Yeah.
They'll be like, they were giving like 16-year-old drinks, dude. They had girls on the table doing freaking body shots. Like, dude, there's no way that was really happening. Because
we solidified it in history. With
that's the thing. And people always be like, dude, don't worry, we'll listen to D's Get Degrees episode. And
on the record,
baby. DJ Dropout forever. Again, I was saying the other day, someone called me for a project and they wanted me to like do an interview, and we were talking, and I was saying, I was looking back on the night they promoted me, DJ Dropout. They said till 2 a.m. DJ Dropout till 2 a.m. That they put themselves on the record so many times breaking the law. Like, you're not allowed to stay open until 2 a.m.
Right.
It's just
DJ Pop Top.
DJ Pop Top, baby. Yeah, audience at home. So there's already a kind of a DJ Dropout. So now as I'm leaving college to expand my DJ-ness out in the club scene of the world, the cruises.
Ibiza.
Yeah. Ibiza. Estiza. DJ Estiza. But, I'm thinking of changing my name to DJ Pop Top. If you listen to this, let me know if you approve or disapprove. Anyway, yeah. And then the Porta episode obviously was fun. I mean, my favorite episode was still the high school episode. I think because I think Tim Barron has a future in podcasting.
He's just so funny. If we could get Tim to act the same way but on a different topic, because the only downfall of the high school one is a lot of it's inside jokes and you have to have previous knowledge.
It was still funny. I mean,
right. I mean, the stinky fingers and telling your kid to smell your fingers after you finger blast your mom.
And shout out to all the horny boys worldwide. Yeah. The only thing that is crazy to me is when I came up with the idea for a podcast. Obviously, I thought that all my friends and all the people I've been around, I've had a pretty interesting college journey to this point, and I still can't believe that I'm actually graduating. It's crazy. It's like 4 years, 4 college. It's not scary. It's just it's just weird that it's I was at Snoozu. Now I DJ at the club, and I always remember the first night of college going into the basement and seeing my boy DJ Nate spinning them at Snoozu, being like, "Hey, dude, at high school I did the party playlist. I can help out with party playlists here." And he just DJ Nate teaching me to DJ, and now here I am. I have his old turntable that he sold it to me. So just history just passed on, and it's all come full circle. It's crazy, but
life is a flat circle.
Yeah,
Russ said that.
Yeah,
True Detective season 1.
Great.
Season 3 is trash.
Yeah, it was all right. I don't know, but anyway, and then when I decided to make a podcast, I was. And just meeting so many different people, I was well, my friends and the people I've been around are very interesting. Maybe I want to do a podcast. I enjoy having these conversations. And then what's always been amazing to me, right, is when I'm hanging out with people, I like to talk about philosophy and dive deep and ask deep interpersonal questions and ask how people really think. And then you hang around most people, and then you realize that not everyone's really having these conversations, which is the crazy part. So having them recorded for us to go back and listen to them 10 years from now, regardless of what happens with these degrees or whatever.
You can see how you change yourself and how your views have changed.
Again, even the Porta stuff, the Porta stuff will forever be important for kids down the line, 20 years from now, who knows? Someone's oh, dude, this Porta place, so we'll go listen to this episode of the podcast. But just the fact that people listened to it and they told us that they enjoyed it too. People that we don't know. And it's obviously cool when people that we do know are hey, dude, listen to your podcast.
But it means more when it's strange.
When random people
emotional connection to your own.
Yeah, and just think we're funny. Obviously, I was we think we're funny because we're fucking hilarious. But
dude, I won first place in the stand-up competition for my last general elective class. Obviously, I'm hilarious.
It's I'd be upset if they weren't telling us we're funny. Am I right, guys? But anyway, it's just the fact that random people we don't know, and just having our stupid inside jokes and people thinking that's funny too, just saying blap and steez and all this crap.
We got someone complimenting the blap, which is funny.
No, it's been a great ride, and I've enjoyed it to this part. And I just like to thank everyone that's downloaded and listened and just helped us. We've had over 2,500 total downloads and streams, and obviously that's compared to some things that's a small number in the grand scheme of things, but to act that people have listened to my podcast that many times.
Yeah, to us though, it's a big number.
That's huge.
To the grand scheme of things might be a small number, but to us, it's a big number.
Yeah, and then obviously that's
that's kind of a lot.
No, that is a lot, especially for a podcast. I mean, some podcasts literally get 2 downloads a month, and we're at a point now where we get over 20 new downloads a day, and we haven't had a new episode in 2 weeks, which is crazy. I don't know where you guys are finding it, but thank you for downloading. Thank you for continuing to support, and again, we'll keep trying to make good episodes. And if you guys enjoy listening to them, it's fun. Again, but I didn't do this at the end of the day. When you start something, everyone starts something saying, "Well, I'm going to be super famous. I'm going to start a podcast." I didn't do this. I did this because I wanted to talk to interesting people, and I thought that other people would find our conversations interesting too. And I'm glad that other people have found that. So thanks everyone for listening to season 1. So we're talking a little bit about season 2. The thing one of the problems that I would say with season 1 is sometimes when we didn't have a topic and we just did an episode, we end up with stuff like logic is for dumb people. And we kind of are rambling. So I'm trying to bring more segments into season 2. And some of the segments that we're coming up with are DJ Dropout's song that he's bumping this week at the club, or DJ Pop Top. Whatever my DJ name ends up being, we're going to have that. So each week we'll have a song. So this week, I'd say the song that is Summer Days by Martin Garrix. If you haven't heard it yet, it's going to be a banger. It's going to be a summer banger for sure. So that's the song I've been bumping. Does anyone have any songs that they've been bumping recently?
No, but real quick, if the audience has any ideas, obviously reach out to D's Good Degrees, Jack Kenny's Instagram, my Instagram, Broccoli Panera, Jack's Instagram, which is like Haley
the
Jack,
Island Jack,
and let us know, because I mean we're always receptive to ideas. I mean, you guys a lot of you are brilliant people. You'll have some funny ideas, and we can start implementing things.
Yeah, and if you are someone that is interesting, I always want to interview people. I love interviewing people. And I'm someone that I feel like if I don't know you, we can still have a great conversation, because I like meeting new people. I like doing interesting things. So if you ever want to come on and just be part of this, then yeah, always feel free to hit us up at our Instagram account or one of our personal accounts.
But yeah, even if you have like a different opinion too, because I mean, obviously you guys know we have a certain outlook on life, and maybe you're one of the listeners who like wants to have a platform to talk, or just wants to challenge one of us on a topic that we've spoken about, like you don't agree with one of our opinions on something. I mean, we're always willing. That's what makes things interesting. We're always willing to have discourse and like constructive constructive discourse, and that's a great way to do it.
And that's the thing too. We are the people, like as we talk about all the time, where me and Brock, even on our earlier episodes, were saying that we are people that we know when we're wrong, and that's the biggest thing that we've ever learned in life, is to admit that sometimes we're wrong. So we can actually, I love being told I'm wrong and learning what is the correct way to think. So if you tell me a great idea, I'm going to sit here and listen. I'm not going to be one of those people that is going to just think that I'm always correct in my thinking and not even attempt to listen to you. Just sit here and wait for my turn to yell at you. And that's another thing too that I think I'm ready to leave college is, we were having this conversation the other day with someone from North Carolina, and he was saying like down south in like other states, if you are in class or you're saying someone says gun control, there's about 50% of the class has like, someone's 50% of the class is for it, 50% of the class is against it, and they want to have a discourse, and like they're going to listen to sides. The problem around up here, especially it's not even really around here, it's really mostly at a lot of college campuses, is you don't get that discourse anymore. It's all colleges across the country are becoming very liberal in a sense, where they're just kind of, they don't want to hurt anyone's feelings because they want to attract the most students. And like, that's fine. My big fear is that that once that is put in place in college, that changes when people go to the workforce, and then they expect things to be like college, because it's completely different. Right. No one's going to hold your hand here. But that's why a lot of these people are staying in college forever, and the debt keeps growing and growing. But yeah.
Yeah. Oh, going back to the song thing, I've got a blapper that I've been blapping recently.
DJ blap out.
It's called Let Me Go by I.O. and Tommy Trash. Absolute banger.
Absolute banger.
I've been on the EDM wave going into the summertime.
It is summertime. I'm gonna create look out on SoundCloud, follow DJ Dropout on SoundCloud for my first mix coming out. If you like big booty mixes, it's gonna be very similar. It's called White Girls Want to Get Wasted. Also follow me on Spotify. We're gonna have some playlists coming out this summer. We're gonna have DJ Pop Tops, Summertime Steez, Workout Grind, and White Girls Just Want to Get Wasted on Spotify. So yeah, give some follows out there. Follow some playlists. Got some blapping music. And then yeah, anything else anyone wants to say before we get into my favorite segment that's coming out soon?
When can we expect season 2? Is sometime in the summer?
Yeah, I say some probably. What is this? So this episode's coming out May 2nd. So probably anywhere between like May 15th.
To June 1st.
Yeah, June 1st. But we're just gonna try and do a little bit more, like have a little bit more interviewed, have a little bit more structured, try and talk to some more people that we haven't really talked to.
Right, because we'll be back home. We'll have some steezers, just steez and blap with.
Yeah, and obviously, we're going to try and talk to people that have jobs in all different areas. I think season 2, I want to focus more on getting people in industries and talk about their college experience to their job, right? So it'd be like, this person's, they're a professional chef. Okay, what did they do? If you want to be a professional chef, listen to this episode. Oh, you want to work in finance? Oh, here's this person. He works for Citibank. This person.
You like soup or something on, stuff like that.
And all these people. Because that's what I think. Like, obviously we've done a lot of stuff in college because we're in college, but now I want to focus on the seniors. But that also comes back to I want to start like interviewing people in like my brother's grade that
do high school. Yeah,
do high school. Kids are about to graduate and talk to them, and just because obviously they can ask us questions what they think college is going to be like, and then we can give a response to how it really is.
True.
That's what we're trying to do. Yeah, Jack, do you have anything you want to say?
No, not really.
All right, frat. All right, everybody. So now this will be a new segment that we'll have every week going on in season 2. It's called Dudes and DMs. Dudes and DMs. So the premise is all you lovely queens out there, or Chads and Brads, if you want to expose yourself, feel free to send in great DMs, Tinders,
creepy messages.
creepy messages you send, just like all the crazy stuff.
Unsolicited dick.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about those, but you can tell us if that happened.
Look at the girth on that. It's fucked up.
So, so some of the great DMs I've gotten so far. Does anyone have any DMs they want to expose themselves for? Just in case I happen to have them, that maybe someone sent me some DMs from some of you bros around right now.
I'm not much of a DM slider.
Oh yeah, before
I have before, but I don't know. It feels a little seedy to me.
I've slid in one DM one time, and it was when I first made an Instagram, and because my man Dan put up a picture of your boy shirtless. Obviously, can anyone post a picture of me not having my pop top? Really? But yeah, so I was popping top with the boys, and this girl followed me, obviously, and she went to Snoo, and I was like, okay, obviously you're following me because you just saw your boy pop top, and I slide in her DM because she threw jab at Snoo, and I was like, oh wait, no way, I threw snap. She answered right away, and then we were talking, it was going good vibes, and then she was like, yo, it's like, well, I don't have any picture of you on Instagram. It's kind of creepy. I was like, why are you talking to a kid that doesn't have any pictures on Instagram? And then she just blocked me right away. I was like, but I think I got it pretty good. It's like, well, yeah. It's like, why you bring it up though?
I love I guess we could talk about a little bit the transition of the DM, because it all started back in probably 6th grade when everyone was doing the AIM messaging.
Oh yeah. We'll talk about that.
Instant messaging was the first thing. I think it was kind of where the DM slide would originate, I guess you could say.
Oh, I have some Facebook messages that are cringe.
Yeah, that was the second evolution. So it went from AIM, and everyone was chatting it up on AIM. And then Facebook became a thing before Facebook was for old people.
Dude, do you ever go back through your old Facebook and be like, you're having a lot of...
Nuked it.
It was kind of the amount of conversations with random people from Facebook that I was having is crazy. It's I didn't even know I was on Facebook that much. What was I doing? The worst part now, though, with Facebook, getting off topic a little bit, is just how all the 40-year-olds and stuff, because...
it's all boomer tier memes.
Dude, they're just on there being Facebook steez. They are the worst. Instagram's bad, trying to make your life look cool. These 40-year-olds that aren't doing much with their life literally post anytime they go out. A picture of being dude, oh my god, please stop it.
Absolutely eating good at Outback Steakhouse.
Yeah.
At Applebee's.
Went out this week with the boys, and then it's the cringiest selfies. They're just old people love taking pictures of their face for some reason. Poorly lit. It's yeah.
The selfies that are just way too close to their face.
Oh my god, it's terrible.
Yeah.
And it's just venting about their lives. And then it's just people then venting about everyone's venting. It's
I haven't been on Facebook. I mean, I have a Facebook with 10 friends. And I don't check it. And I've been off it for multiple years at this point, so I don't know what's good with it.
Well, Facebook is now, it's just for your our moms and people that are the 4 years above us. They are the last Facebook group, so they're all Facebooking, where everyone below that's Instagramming. Mm-hmm. And now all these kids below us, they're dick picking. I don't even know.
Yeah.
But
now the old people are starting to infiltrate Instagram.
Yeah, but they don't understand it. They're too behind.
Yeah.
So I think at some point now we're gonna have to get the next wave of social media. Is probably about to come.
We've been kind of stuck with the same ones for a while. I nuked my Twitter a while back too. So
Twitter's just banning everyone.
I pretty much only use Snapchat and Instagram. But to get back to what we were talking about, Facebook DMs that was the first real DMs. I think back in high school, I probably slid into some Facebook DMs and was like, "What's up, mommy?"
Yeah. Isn't it
in that transition? Twitter DMs is not really a thing. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Twitter DMs is not really a thing for hitting on people, I don't think. But then Instagram DMs is a different ballgame.
So the idea,
also Snapchat, I guess adding someone on Snapchat is kind of
but that's
sliding in.
That's the move though, from Tinder and all the Bumble, get their Snapchat. What do you think is a phone number or Snapchat? What is more? I feel Snapchat is almost a number, if you get someone's number, that's like more personal than a Snapchat at this point is literally kind of like giving.
Snapchat's where you kind of.
It's like an Instagram.
Well, you kind of just give people like you don't really expect to text them. Where like if you do, it's only gonna be like the fuck on maybe. But I feel like personal snap a number is more of like I'm like down
a
to,
number
like,
I can call you.
Yeah, something like that.
Whereas Snap, it's like I technically can do all that crap on Snapchat, but I think that even though right, so the idea of going up to someone like sliding into their DMs, just saying hey to them. Whereas it's like in reality, it's the same thing as going up to the bar and being like, "Hey, random person I didn't know," but it just obviously it's just in person or not in person.
No,
I think it's
personally.
I think it works better if it's someone that you've met before and know, but like don't have their number, and maybe you've like follow them on Instagram and like say like, "Hey, what's up?" Like blah 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 that way kind of, because it's not creepy if you're just like trying to connect with them.
Exactly.
And also, it's like. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people have like conversations on like Instagram, like DMs. Like I know I basically have text message conversations through like my Snapchat and like Instagram when I just don't like feel like texting someone because they essentially have the same purpose in a way. So
yeah, it's great when stuff's on there. It's just kind of like, and all that stuff. It's like fake. Everything like is fake until it's in person in a sense, right? Like you can say stupid stuff and like. If you say something stupid in person to like a girl that you really like, that you're trying to get with, you're gonna feel like an idiot. You say something stupid to some girl you kind of know, but you're dumb. You're like, whatever.
Ridiculous shit on Instagram DMs, just trying to wheel.
But even like, obviously, like people like out here that like were hitting me up after like the Porta episode, telling me they wanted to tell me more information or whatever. Like obviously, like that's a good good point for like having Instagram DM stuff. But yeah, other than that,
do we have any? Any good ones?
Oh yeah, we have some good ones.
I'll start reading some.
Start reading them. All right, so before we start though, on my Tinder bio is I heard girls just want to have fun. Obviously, the Cyndi Lauper song, "Girls Just Want to Have Fun." That's all they really want. So this girl from Brown, she messaged me first. She goes, "Girls want to have fundamental rights." But sure, fun is cool. Instantly unmatched.
Oh my god, dude, what?
Yeah, obviously. I was like, no. She went to Brown. Obviously, I was having none of that.
Was she hot at least?
Yeah, but I was like, I'm not having a conversation with someone that's like this.
Comes off the bat like fundamental rights. Like, bitch, go make me a sandwich.
Yeah. Anyway, so here's
I called some girl Queen the other day, and she was like, "That's disgusting that you're catcalling me." And I was like, "I'm not catcalling you. I'm calling you a queen. Like, what do you mean? Like, you guys are my queens." And they were like, "You're a pig." And I was like,
wait,
so
in real
confused.
life, in like person?
Yeah, I was like walking with like Coco and Sarah out of their house, and this girl just started yelling at me for catcalling. I was like, "No, it's not even like that." Like,
you should have just been like turned around and like, "Are you?"
I was just like, "What's up, queens?" Like, no, they're just walking by. I was just being friendly.
No, it's crazy.
And then she's like, "You never know how someone can interpret that. Like being called, like how can you misinterpret being called a queen as a bad thing?" I don't even know. They must have been Amherst College chicks.
Definitely. Were your friends like telling them to relax?
I was after that I was like, "What do you mean?" Like I got in an argument like trying to defend how I called them queens. I was like, "No, like you're misinterpreting it." Like it was a totally friendly thing for me to be like, "What's up, my queens?" Like it's cool. Like I'm not. Yeah, if I was like, "What's up, thoughts?" Like that's a completely different statement. But I said queens. Like queens is a good thing.
What they say at the end? I want to know how this conversation went down. I'm very curious.
They kind of like yelled at me while they were walking away, and I was like, kind of like taken aback and like low key beefing a little bit because I don't know. Like I hate when I'm trying to be friendly and they're like people just misinterpret it and they get all defensive.
These Tatiana, catch him in the right mood. Right mood, she would have fucked you, bro. But yeah,
that was just a random aside.
I think the future of this though is I want to have like a girl that we know come on and like say how these DMs would affect you. Like what would she rate them? I think that'd be the future of dudes in DMs. But anyway,
all right. So we can give our judgments first.
Yeah. So obviously,
I haven't heard any of these. So
if a girl slid in the fundamental rights one, both of you would have done the same thing.
God.
Unmatched.
I would have been like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I probably would have tried to be quirky about it if I was horny enough, but like
I don't know. I just don't like.
It's like
if this is a conversation that you're having with someone on Tinder, I'd be like, All right, come on. Like, can we not be serious here? Like, just
It's like you're on Tinder trying to,
Come on.
where you're swiping
Trying to
on.
convert me to
What
fucking...
you swiped right on the picture of my meme shirtless with my abs out, and now you're trying to tell me girls want fundamental rights. It's like, great, lady, you're great. You went to Brown, okay, I get it. But anyway, so first one we'll go with. So this is from a dude. He says, "Hey, LOL. Hey, what's up? Ha ha ha. Nothing much. How about you? Ha ha ha. How's life? Haven't seen you in a while. What's your snap? Life is good. Give snap, LOL. Ha ha ha. You want me to add you? You're cute as hell, and I want to fuck your brains."
You know what we should do is, Jack, you should read like the girl part, and then you should read the... Just so there's like a distinction.
Yeah.
It's hard to follow, kind of.
Okay.
But yeah, so
That's fucking hilarious.
so
I think I'd probably be Willed at that point. He's just like, tell me that. I think he's got me in the bag.
Dude, if he said ha 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 one more time, I think he would have got it, but
I just the fact that he said,
hey.
"You want me to add you too?" So this is the one we just read down.
That's a classic line. Just like, what up, shawty?
So it's just crazy. Like the fact that
Honesty.
Okay, saying haha or lol or lmao at the end of or beginning of every sentence is, first off, that's the worst move ever, because you're never actually laughing. It's basically the equivalent of saying in a conversation. It's just filler.
Well, yeah, just
reason.
sometimes when you're like yes, and you don't want it to just say like yes, you just add the ha 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 to make it look like longer. You know what I'm saying? So instead of it just being
I
like,
think it's supposed to like take off the emphasis a little. Like,
Yeah.
not yes, period. Like, yes,
Ha
but,
ha.
like, yeah,
Yeah,
whatever.
I'd
sometimes
say
I'm
ye.
saying ha ha. Like the worst is LOL, even though I do use LOL
I
sometimes.
say yas if I need
Yas,
to emphasize
I'm a
it.
big
not be
LMAO
like-
guy.
All right, this one right here. Wait, so Jack, you will read the guy, and so this one right here, you got to talk about before we start. So the guy messaged this girl November 10th. And-
Okay.
yeah,
We
and
can
then he
read the
messaged.
date- We can read the dates.
Yeah.
We can read the dates.
So yeah, November 10th.
So on November 10th, 2017. Hey, what's up?
And then
November 10th, 2017. What you up to today? I'm assuming that was like later in the day.
no response.
November 12th, 2017. Hey, I think you're hot and not fat at all.
And not fat.
LOL, thank you. Laughing
Haha,
emoji.
no prob. What you up to?
And then yeah, so that was the end of that conversation. And then she didn't respond till later. But so right there, that guy wins. The fact
He's like-
no response. Hey, I think you're hot and you're not fat at all. It's like if they didn't get married, if she didn't at least bang him after that, then girls.
I love it. Yeah, honestly, I'm a big fan of the switch up in the approach here, because he's like starting a conversation like, what's up? And then he's like, you know what? You know
They
what'll
don't
get her
take
to
him out.
respond? If I just say, haha, you're not fat. Like, every time the girl's going to be like, oh my God, thank you for not calling me fat. Like, you're the best ever. So, honestly, this kid is like Vicky Cristina Barcelona.
Yeah, kid's a big time ladies man. He gets it.
This kid is like Russell Brand in Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Like, just wheeling.
That's like the best though. That you did you see those those DMs where a guy hits her up 30 times?
It
Like,
feels
imagine
so
being-
bad
yeah.
at like some point. You're just like, dude, after the second, like the first time, okay, and the second time, like, okay, like the second time you're just trying to get the hint, but like the third time you're like, okay, but after that, dude, just give up. Like,
Okay, I have like
Apparently, but
I have a personal experience with that, because this kid that I worked with for like, I don't know, like a couple months or whatever, that ended up being like friends with me on Snapchat, that I talked to one time, like literally one time, will hit me up on Snapchat straight up every single day and be like, yo man, what are you doing today? And I'm like, dude, I've got like homework to do. Like, I don't know you, my guy. Like, I'm not trying to like drive 45 minutes to like hang out with you in your town. Like, I don't know you like that, my guy. But he still hits me up every day. So my Snapchat, like, it's like basically 100 snaps from him in a row, and I've never responded. But he's like, yo, my guy, what are you doing? Let's hang out. Like, come through. And I'm like, no, probably not, man. So I understand. Like, I feel that.
you feel the pain. All right.
But yeah.
So this is the next one. Jackson.
Okay. Oh, man. All right, so this is a Tinder conversation, to give it context. I'm the dude here. I'll spit in your butt and call you doggy.
Hey, I heard you go to UMass. We should darty sometime together. And then the guy said,
Wait. You didn't read that. You got to read that a little better.
So yeah, he said, "Hey, what is it?
XD.
XD. I heard you go to UMass schools. LOLs. Want to darty sometime?" Oh, wow face.
If darty is code for butt stuff, then hell yeah.
Funny. Guess who that was, guys? That was actually Jackson. That was a Tinder match with Haley. What? Yeah, it was Haley with Haley Willington. That's why you guys were being jokesters.
That's not true at all.
Oh. Exposed.
I was wondering why, like,
that is not me.
When he had the long letty, though. That's why I think you.
That's just a classic meme.
Yeah, that was a meme.
Yeah, it wasn't actually me, but yeah, that's hilarious.
I was wondering why she answered, like, totally fine with, like, hey, you want to darty sometime? Little cute face.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's reckless. That wasn't me, by the way.
That was so funny. They told Jack to read it.
That's so funny that's another kid we know from UMass.
I mean, I probably have something, honestly. Because I've seen some.
Why did she have that? First of all, I was such a jokester.
Yeah. Anyway, so this one right here, right? So to give this
like that.
to this one.
Come on.
Expose himself. Didn't even know it was him. But yeah, anyway. So this guy.
All right, so we didn't give our ratings. Like, I give that 100 out of 100.
Oh yeah, dude.
I'm pretty sure I did the same thing on Tinder with Haley once.
Yeah, that's just a joke.
That's a joke, obviously.
Yeah.
But still, it worked though. You got the response you want. She gave the wows. All right. This one though. So to give this one context.
Let me read one. I want to read one of the boys. Switch me seats, Jack.
Okay. To give this one context, this guy is trying to slide in, right? To like, but not one girl, but a bunch of girls. So this guy hits them with an LMAFO, and there's 20 girls in this chat. And then.
Okay, so am I the?
You're the girls.
LMAO, thanks for that.
That was a mistake. Ha ha ha. Wow. Everyone closed their eyes.
Damn, this is a huge GM, my guy.
Well, there's nothing about me that's small, Haley. If that's what you're wondering.
Damn, you right.
Nevertheless, this group message is a mistake full of many random people. It's like, damn, dude.
So he got caught and was just like trying to backtrack.
Well, that's a power move, though, to be like, dude, I don't feel like individually sending these girls one message at like once. So you try to do like the snap thing where you take one snap and just send it to a bunch of people.
Yeah.
And be like, dude, what did I tell you, boys and girls? It's a numbers game. Literally, that's all it is. That's definitely the coach approach right there, being like, I'll just message 50 girls. And think about it that way. If you message 50 girls, you got to imagine probably at least 20 of them are going to answer. Like, to be caught on your steez, I hope that kid pulled the power move and then tried to message all those girls again individually. Like a big time. I would respect the kid if he did that.
Yeah, he's probably a big time Caesar.
That's embarrassing, dude.
But, like, what's your opinion about that, though, right? Like, I remember I messaged some girl on Tinder, and I was like, sup? And her name, Winky Face, and she was like, oh, nothing much. And then I like messaged someone else that was apparently her roommate, and then she messaged me back, hey, you sent the same thing to my roommate, like, LOL, like, that's not cool. I was like, what do you mean that's not cool? They're like, what do you want me to do? Like, everyone's some individual person, I gotta give you their own individual response every time.
Yeah, only if they're bad.
These baddies out here. These Tatianas. But yeah, so then to end this segment, we're going to talk about all the horny freaking, are they Pakistan or Indian that are up here? Indian.
Are always one. Bob and Vagine.
Yeah, Bob
Send me Bob and Vagine.
Yeah, freaking, because Haley sent me one where it was a guy, literally, it was pretty much him saying that, I'm come to America and with you have unprotected sex.
That's gas.
That's wild.
It's like power move. The best though is like Pat was saying that Elisa, like her DM will be like, it'll be one of the guys sliding in being, still have a boyfriend? She's like, yep. And what does he say? He's like, haha, damn.
Yeah, dude. I was talking to some girls, and they said they just get unsolicited DMs from people that have no, like, it's like, I don't even know how these dudes find their profiles, but they'll just find like their profiles on Instagram and DM them and be like, very beautiful, what sex with? And they're like, what? Like, where's, like, this guy's like straight out of Uzbekistan, just being like, yeah, you very beautiful, I will kiss your titties. And they're like, what? Like, she's like, would you like a pic of my penis? They're like, no. How do you even find my profile?
The best part
just like happens all the time, I guess.
But the best part about our chica friends like that, they be like, I just don't get why girls answer. Girls are crazy. They'll answer the dude. He'll be like,
I like the attention, low key.
Yeah,
like,
low key.
Some random's calling me beautiful and wants to kiss my boob.
my bob's in between. It's like, yeah, okay. It's like, oh my god, please stop texting me, as I have to tell you to stop texting me, and I'll tell you to stop texting me every time though. I won't just ignore you or block you. I'll just kindly respond.
It's funny though, because I feel like a lot of those dudes are real profiles, but if you're a dude, you just get those fake DMs from like local hotties in your area, and it's
dude,
like
what do you mean?
Random porn stars or like, I don't even know, just like XXX, like Megan CX7 like DM'd you like, what's up, hottie? And you're like, what is this?
The sad part is there are dudes
spam out of here.
Dudes out there probably that are like, damn, this chick baddie, she want the boys.
In reality, it's probably dudes that run the account.
It's definitely.
Like straight algorithms that make them. There's just like some weird old dude like just DMing
like,
people.
can you send me your dick?
Like,
send me a picture of your feet.
You're looking mighty fine in your pics. I'm like, you don't follow me, and my account's on private, so I don't know what you're trying to do. I know what you're trying to pull here, Megan XXX, but I don't think you're a real person.
Dude, that just means you're watching porn on your phone, bro. That's how they find you.
Nah.
Dude, no fat gang, we get it. I'm trying to find. Yeah, Brock, you used to be a freaking dog back in the day. Oh, I was saying how, like, literally, I still have freaking, like, the fresh meat in my phone on Snapchat saved as fresh meat 1, 2, 3.
Really?
It's hilarious.
Oh, the funds I sent you recently?
Yeah. It's like they're still sent as fresh meat in my freaking phone. It's like,
just check the message I sent you. The ones from high school?
Yeah. Do you have any, like, other steezers that you'd like to expose yourself?
I mean, I can bust down on myself real quick. Did I text you? Did I text a podcast? No, I texted.
Let me just like peep my DMs on Instagram and see if I have any. I mean, I like actually met up with a girl that I DM'd on Instagram, and like I'm still pretty close with her, so she's a steezer.
So you got game. The world.
So, well, actually, this is me bragging, so I won't do the brag ones. I'll do the cringy ones. This is me texting some girl, unnamed. I want to fuck the shit out of you seriously tonight.
What?
Granted, I did get nudes right after that, as confirmed by the boys.
Respect.
I'm gonna go deep in my Instagram DMs, like back in the day, if I still have them.
And then me talking to some girl. I was talking about how her booty is fat as fuck, so hey, work it. And then she sent me news, and then I was like, damn, still mad those pictures didn't do you justice.
Damn.
And then she's like, it's hard to capture on film.
To be honest, though, being a dude reading your own messages, you just like, that's the reason that I hate being a dude is you just feel like a fucking steezer as you're setting this crap.
Not the good steezer. Yeah. I feel like a steezer.
I feel like a freaking Chad being like, yeah, what up, girl?
I want to seriously fuck you tonight. Like, all right, Brock, simmer down. I mean, I guess it was working because all these are like good, but like still, like just looking back, I'm like,
that's what it is.
I just as a guy, I just don't feel like you can ever feel like it's like fucking normal doing that shit. Even like taking.
Okay,
you got stuff.
No, sorry for interrupting. I just kind of came out of nowhere with that. My bad.
You find old DMs.
Yeah, my move, like, back in the day, so I don't really Instagram DM girls anymore. I like to meet queens in person and have real-life interactions now. But,
can you stop catcalling people, please?
Yeah, I would just, like, send them a picture of themselves looking, like, fire and be like, yo, this is a gas picture. That was my move.
That's not a bad move.
That's not a bad move at all.
Yeah. And
if they recently posted it.
Yeah. No, yeah, it was like directly after they posted it, I just DM them the picture of themselves and be like,
yo, you looking fly? And they're like, and every time they'd answer and be like, yo.
Yeah, dude, because
And I
girls
was
like,
move.
yeah, girls like
what
to be
up?
complimented on their pictures. They didn't post them for people not to say that to them, you know what I'm saying?
I got one from a couple years ago where I did that, and then I just said, looking like a whole snack.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, dude, where's that
obviously,
girl?
Obviously.
The other day when I was drunk,
Reels.
oh shit. I gotta find this. The other day when I was drunk, I was like just going on like, I was messaging Tinder broads, and I was just like, I hit one girl with like sex question mark, and she responded, and I gotta find it because it was a hilarious conversation, but I can't fucking find it right now because there's so many.
Yeah, I think I
Okay.
deleted most of
Yeah.
mine.
Yeah, that's the thing. You just delete. Sometimes you just delete those because you're like, I don't need this ever being traced back to me.
Are those all just saying sex?
No,
I can't have my class on so I can read. Damn, I haven't been on the Tinder grind for years.
dude. New Tinder. To be fair, new Tinder's pretty frat. They've changed up. Like now they have the college stuff, and they just hit them with the steez,
It's pretty cool.
hit them with the feed stuff. But yeah, I mean, anyway, yeah. So obviously, season 2. Save all your cringy DMs. Send them to us. We'd love to read them on air. They're fun. We'll rate them. We'll get
Even if they're about us, we'll still expose ourselves reluctantly.
If we've ever sent you a creepy message, feel free to send it to us because I would like to see it again because it's hilarious.
Yeah, but I feel like I've done that a lot of times, just jokingly. And,
But that's the thing.
And then they're just like hiding in people's like eye.
I've done it
Oh, yeah.
unironically plenty of times, so you can expose me. It's fine.
Yeah, it's like I'm
Sydney
secure.
Bob and Vegeta.
That's the thing. At the end of the day, it's like you got to be a big steez, and when you send it out there, you know you're sending it out there. It's like even if it's a joke or not, you're still sending it.
Yeah, that's true. I guess.
It's like it's a game, man. It's like if you girls think that I actually care that you didn't answer or told me I was being a brat, it's like there are 10 other Tatianas out there that were like, "Ooh, big steez, thank you for sending me that frat move." You know what I'm saying?
Fun, good fun.
But yeah, season 1's been a pleasure. Make sure you catch up on all the episodes before season 2 airs.
Make sure to buy our battle pass for season 2.
Exactly. Freaking make sure you get your squad, roll through, battle royale. Make sure to subscribe so you get season 2 when it pops. Give us that 5-star rating. Follow us on Instagram. And yeah, anyone else have any things they'd like to say about their life or the T's Get Degrees?
This summer's all about the grind, baby. You better be fucking bulking up, getting huge, studying, getting ass, boozing, studying, getting ass.
Yeah.
All
right. And everyone, remember, D's get degrees, A's are for assholes, but sometimes you gotta get a job, so don't be too much of an asshole. Unless that's what the company is looking for. And we out. Peace.